Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. For y'all that's seen part one, this is part two of the James and Schimmel case. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't seen part two, go on the video and go ahead and check out part one. If you are a subscriber, welcome subscriber. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for returning and viewing my channel. So we're going into paternity court with Judge Lauren Lakes, and let's get to the video.
Relationship whenever I was single. He was like my rebound guy. We were friends with benefits for like over 7 years, okay? I never messed with him since I've been in a relationship with Randall. I've been faithful to Randall.
All right, and he's like, hey, I don't need it. So y'all that have seen part one, you already know Sphinx. This is the one she was in the car texting and and deleting her messages, and this is the one where he got in a car accident, didn't care. He said, well, I got that phone, if you've seen part one. And he's like, hey, you know what, I got that phone. And she's saying, okay, so she's telling us who he is, a 7-year-old. You already know.
But were you
is that
sleeping with him during the window of conception?
2 days after I slept with him, I slept with Sven. But
okay, so as you can see, it's not the child we learned. It's not her. It's not the ex on part one. Part two, she's saying she slept with Sphinx, her 7-year-old booty call, 2 days after her one-night stand. So she had a lot of people in the mix. If you really calculate that mathematically, she had too many people in the mix, as you could see. No wonder why Mr. James is saying, hey, this is not my child. But let's continue.
She broke up with me and she went and slept with
that's why
Sven.
I feel like Randall is still 100% the father, because me and Sven used protection the night that we slept together.
Yeah, she was 100% sure with her ex too.
Just to be clear, you don't use protection with a one-night stand, but you do use protection with a 7-year booty call.
That makes no sense. As you already know, and that's what the judge is going to tell her. I'm just going to help y'all out. The judge is going to tell her that makes absolutely, which we already know, that it makes no sense. That made, how they say, is nonsense, and it make no sense. Let's go. Let's go. Let's hear.
Anybody in my family has green eyes. O'Shell has blonde hair. My other 2 kids have black hair. Dark.
All right, so these are the other kids with her. He said, hey, O'Shell has green eyes. Nobody in my family got green eyes. I don't have green eyes. He's talking about the other children.
Street black hair. Brown eyes. I love the little girl to death, but she's not mine.
She's yours.
All right, so he's saying, listen, no hard feelings. Good stand-up dude, very good stand-up dude. Mr. James is like, listen, no hard feelings. Child ain't mine, but these other 2 kids that I have with you after, these 2 kids are mine. This is his fiance. He's saying, but this one that you're trying to say is mine is not mine. All right, so what do y'all think? Y'all seen the picture? What do y'all think? It is O'Shell. It's O'Shell. Is O'Shell, Mr. James' child. So here's the picture. Now, as you can see, she do look like her mother. We already know that. But is this his child? What do you think? Let me show y'all the picture, give y'all a few seconds before I play the rest of the video and move to the results. Do you think that this child is Mr. James' child? And what are the ramifications if it's not? So here you're having these different men in O'Shell's life. We got to think about the child, right? That's who we need to think about. All right, let's go. Let's play the video.
When it comes to 2-year-old O'Shell, it has been determined by this court. Mr. James, you are not the father.
Okay. So let me stop it because Mr. Sphinx, who was not there, provided DNA. He's not the father. Mr. James, who we have, who you can see, he's just found out he's not the father. Let's go.
Miss Schimmel,
I thought he thought she needed a hug or something. He looks like he's a
I know you want to run, but you can't hide from yourself.
Yep, you can't.
I'm sorry.
Gotta give it to us. The first thing she said, she's sorry. I like that because sometimes, and you'll see on some of these cases, you're not getting sorry from everybody. I think I said that in my other case, the Queen of DNA. Check out the videos on Queen of DNA. Sometimes you're not gonna get a sorry. You're just not gonna get it. And at least she said, "Hey, I'm sorry."
I told you that this just didn't make sense, man. And I hate this. I hate this because we're still gonna not know who O'Shea's father is. This won't. I mean, and I know she probably gonna want to give up, and that's not gonna help our daughter.
And I like that. It's not his child, but it is our daughter. And he's saying, listen, you're going to want to give up. You don't know who the father is. It's not the ex. It's not Mr. Finch. And it's not Mr. James' child. So there has to be even another person involved in this particular case.
And I say our daughter because she's still mine. I know 100%.
Wow. Nice.
I don't know if Miss Schimmel really knows who O'Shea's biological father is.
And that's hurtful. That's hurtful. It's hurtful for the
Your
child.
Honor, there is somebody else. I mean, like I was 20 years old. You know what I mean? I was having fun.
You don't have.
All right. Now she's giving her reason. I was 20. I was doing this. I was doing that. Don't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's not the people that you said it was. None of them.
Have to give me any excuse. I always say, once you come to paternity court, once you have to appear in this court, it really can't be no shame in your game no more. Okay?
No shame in your game because it's already you're on TV, you're on the air. Let's get what's best for the child.
Oh, really? I know it's sad. I know it hurts. You got somebody to console you. We got Dr. Jeff standing by for you to help you walk through this. This is it. Everybody in here been somewhere. Raise your hand if you ever done something you weren't proud of and it's not truly who you want to be in life.
All right. Both hands. So I like that. So the judge is saying, hey, I'm not judging you. Hey, we've all made mistakes. We got some resources. Come on. They got your resources. You got your counselors. Come on. You got different things. You got people that support you. Maybe you have people in your church. Maybe there are things. You've done something that you're not proud of. Put your hands up. You know, and even the judge raised a hand. So we all make mistakes. But what it comes to is rectifying these mistakes, looking out for the best interests of the child, and saying, hey, let's find out. Let's try to figure out who O'Shea's father is. What do you think? That's what I would do. Well, hey, let's just find out who the child father is. Let's try to go back with everybody you've been with, and let's try to figure this out for the child's sake. Right? For the child's sake, because it's for the child's sake, right? The little girl, O'Shea, needs to know who her father is, right? You know? It's just that simple. All right, well, thank you so much for y'all that tuned into this particular video. I always like to drop a little information on the end of my videos as it relates to paternity. All right, so paternity is so important. One thing I really wish that wasn't part of paternity for a lot of maybe African American, Hispanic, a minority men especially, is the fact that if you don't pay your child support, that you can end up with some jail time. So yeah, you can get fines, but you also can get jail time. And I don't know. I always feel like in certain counties that might not work out too well if you're in the wrong community, the wrong county, the wrong place. But I understand the process. But I kind of wish that in a way that was kind of off the table a little bit. Just because I'm not sure. I won't say jail time does not fit, but maybe community service, maybe, I don't know. But that's only if you willfully are running. You should not, and one thing I believe, you shouldn't willfully run from child support. Yeah, you might say, hey, when you first find out it might be her, I need a breather, but then come back and take care of your responsibility. It shouldn't be that they trying to track you down. They got a warrant out because you didn't pay for child support. No, turn yourself in and go and say, hey, I want to see how I can rectify. I owe some child support. And I think there should be something on the community side or through the judge or through the courts to say, hey, let's, because if you owe $300,000, right, and you got, and you're not at that level in your employment, and now you got a $300,000 debt of child support, and it's always going to seem like you're always behind and you can't get, past that. So I do believe, I wish there were ways. Most people don't owe $300,000 in child support. That's not common. That's just an example. So let me just state that real quick. I wanted to come up. But in February of 2023, according to the DSS, the Department of Social Services, and HRA, and Office of Child Support Services, there are about 87,881 African American people who receive support services, $76,012 of Hispanic. So lets us know that, there are a lot of households that the father is not present because the family's receiving support services, and 7,933 white, Caucasian brothers and sisters, as well as our Black and Hispanic brothers and sisters, and Asian brothers and sisters, there is 2,402. So, and the mixed is 2,536, according to the February 2023 survey in New York, right? So I'm not sure. So that's how much, is receiving services. It could be like cash assistance, SNAP, and so forth, assistance from the government. What I believe, I do believe child support and services should be revamped. Don't know what anyone else believes. I would like to know what you believe in a comment. I believe it needs to be revamped. Let me know. I'm not going to prolong my video. Let me know what you believe. Do you think that child support services need to be revamped? All right. Well, you found out Mr. James. He's not the father. It makes it bad because a lot of times, the men are being taken to court and they're not the father. And I don't think that's fair. Should women have to pay? Women, should we be paying fathers back when we have them paying already? I don't know. Y'all don't beat me up on the channel. All right. Well, I'm Lisa Marie. Thank you so much for tuning in to Bank Life. Just always like to give y'all a little information at the end of the video. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead and put a thumbs up if you stayed to the end of the video. Let me know that you stayed. Okay. Thank you. See you on the next video.